So, you go to GameTrailers.com or IGN, any of those, and you watch the review. It's like, whoa, this game is cool. Get it. You get it. What happened? Did you get a bad game? Do you trust those people that have advertisements of those games going on? Do you need a second opinion? Do you trust your friends when they say this game is good? Do you have no friends? You have a friend now. A friend you can trust. A friend that will be harsh. Very, very harsh. But not a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy, let's get that clear. We don't need no fanboys here. If you're a fanboy, it's okay, I need your views. So, I'm gonna give you probably the harshest. Everybody uses this term harsh. I mean harsh. I've been in this game industry for 16 years, but not in the industry, you know, playing games, but I'll consider myself part of the industry. I make those bad machinimas that you watch sometimes. So, let's get started.
So of course today I'm taking on the elephants in the room, the Call of Duty franchise, including Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. Now unlike most sites that just grade on a point system of graphics and sound, I'm going to be going on originality, fun factor, quality, and value. You could say Treyarch started out small with Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty World at War, and Call of Duty Black Ops. Now Treyarch has never really scored high with me on originality due to their lack of innovations, and their innovations that were thought of were never really that great, including vehicles that kind of almost killed the gameplay for the games that were not that fun at all. When you start going through the campaign of Black Ops, you obviously are in a room and you're confused and you don't, you know, it's actually a very cool way to start a game. But then once you start going through the game, you feel that it's much more of an excuse for all the locations that you're going to visit. They introduce some very cool moments in the story, don't get me wrong, but going through those moments again and again kills the moment already. Once you've already used this moment once, it's already been dead in my eyes. I do not want to replay it 3 times because you worked hard on it. I don't really care.
Crazy bitch.
I especially find it hard to get a connection with these characters that they introduce in the game. Now the one character you actually do get to feel somewhat of a connection with, even though he's pretty much stating the obvious for you the whole way through.
You see that hind? We're gonna take it.
He dies in pretty much one of the lamest ways I've ever seen a character die in a game.
I should have killed you in Vorkuta. Gotcha now, you son of a bitch. You will die with me.
Really, you introduce tomahawks into a multiplayer. You can't really... I understand that it's retarded to put a tomahawk on a character if you're going underwater, but it's much cooler than how 95% of people kill each other. So, another score for originality there, Treyarch.
Against my own.
The whole campaign just feels like a cheap ABC movie, and I really think they could have done a lot better on it. Modern Warfare 2's story is pretty stupid when you actually sit back and think about what's going to happen, what happened to you, but do you really sit back and think about what just happened when you're playing a video game? The story is just a pretty much cool action movie, pretty much starring you. And I had a blast going through it. I don't care what anyone says. If they say, oh, the story has a lot of plot holes, whatnot. The story was fun to them, and they'll never deny that. There's pretty much 2 storylines when you're going through Modern Warfare 2. And the main storyline that continues itself from Modern Warfare 1 is actually really exhilarating, and you actually find yourself deeply bonding to your characters. The American side of the story is mostly thrown in just to give some awe and some epic moments into the game, but it actually wasn't that fulfilling, and you don't really have any bonding to your characters, and you could not even remember a single character's name. There's truly some awesomely shocking moments when you're going through the game, especially when you get back into your main character. The feeling of it is just pure awesome, and taking on the Americans, being an American, is a nice change of pace from all these old games that take on the Nazis and whatnot. It's an actually nice change to shoot some Americans for once. The story leaves you with some questions for what's going to happen in Modern Warfare 3, and at least you got to kill one of the bad guys in a pretty sick manner. So it was actually really fulfilling and I enjoyed it. Let's hit up my favorite part of Call of Duty games. Well, everyone else's favorite part of Call of Duty games is the multiplayer. And let's start off with Black Ops. Surprisingly, I'm going to give Treyarch some credit here. They added theater mode, which is actually not done that great because it actually has some glitches that I've encountered. But they let you fight bots, and depending on their difficulty, it affects how soon they shoot you with their aimbot. It adds an option for private matches, but it's actually pretty pathetic compared to a lot of other games, including Halo. A nice little things on the side, they have Dead Ops Arcade if you go enter a code into a secret computer, and Zorg, which I only know one person that's actually played that. And Dead Ops Arcade is, you know, it's pretty decent, but you'll play through it maybe once or twice, so enjoy it while you can. The zombie mode pretty much has basically not changed at all since the World at War introduction of zombies. Other than that, pretty much adds very little new kill streaks. No new modes, just a few maps to shoot your friends on and whatnot. Wager matches there, but honestly, would have liked to see that amount of customization in private match. Wagering money on a match is fun, considering that most people don't double down, kind of kills it, and the lack of experience for doing it kills it even more. Modern Warfare 2 scored pretty high in fun factor, and I honestly didn't mind going through it again on Veteran. It was a pretty fun way to play. Now in Black Ops, I only had fun in really one point where you're going through the boat ride, and it was pretty fun for actually 2 minutes, but after that it lost the fun. I honestly felt that they should have been able to pull off that factor from nostalgia a lot more in the game. Now when it comes to this game on Veteran, I honestly wonder if Treyarch plays through their games on Veteran. The AI is just straight dirty cheap. Not that I just have dirty AI, but I guess Treyarch wanted to bring back the respawning enemies from Call of Duty 2. Some parts are just nerve-wracking, especially with the lack of checkpoints. Have fun getting your achievements there. When it comes to zombies and the other add-ons, I just think of it as there's better zombie games out there, and there's better arcade games out there. Modern Warfare 2's campaign, you obviously know I pretty much had a lot of fun with. The true star is Spec Ops. It truly requires the coordination of you and your buddy to get it done on 3 stars, especially when they start involving juggernauts. Not even Gears of War can come close to the cooperations involved with Spec Ops. Now, with the introduction of COD points in Black Ops, and the lack of keeping those points once you prestige, is a very flawed system. COD points' advantage is that you get your first attachment you want pretty much off the bat. The disadvantage, though, is a big one. You miss out on a lot of ways to experience with the attachments and equipments. So once you find something you like, you don't get anything else. That's usually what tends to happen. Therefore, that kills the longevity of the game. It also takes away from trying to play with a gun in a certain ways to get experience and other attachments for that gun. Considering that Black Ops pretty much had to copy everything from Modern Warfare 2 to be a playable multiplayer experience compared to the last games is pretty pathetic and undeserving. It shows how the industry is just a sucker for the Call of Duty formula, and I feel that it's going to go out of style very soon. This won't stop Kotick from sucking every single penny out of the Black Ops and Call of Duty formula, but I see that we will be moving soon. Black Ops at times looks gorgeous. It can sometimes impress you, but you can tell the engine is starting to show its age. It's obvious a lot of work has been put into it. A lot of little details impress you. Gun sounds good and function well. Considering a lot of music is licensed, there's little that makes this game stand out.
When it arrives, we read it, pull out that record, and play it on the air. Like this one, Fortunate Son by
Woods is
CCR.
here. Woods, you look like hammered shit.
Modern Warfare 2 had a score from Hans Zimmer, you know, the guy that did Inception and The Last Samurai, just to name a few. The music was great and definitely made a lot of moments stand out in the game. The visuals are a year old and still look great. I guess it will be a while to see an FPS with a great story. It succeeds at immersing you in the story at moments, but there's always room for improvement.
Cried out from the very ground.
When it comes to value, Black Ops has a lot of content, but I never said any of that content was valuable. The campaign is a silly joke, the zombies are something the 5-year-old in the studio told them to do, and the 2 side games will barely be touched. If I could put a value on this game, it'd be $30 strictly for the multiplayer. When it comes to Modern Warfare 2, I already saw Black Ops be dropped down to $49.99 within 2 months of retail. And I see Modern Warfare 2 stay at $60 for over a year. That tells you something. Pricing it today, I would pay $45 for it, only for it being over a year old. Infinity Ward constantly proves that they're the king of the castle. Considering that half of them are gone, start looking forward to EA games though, guys. Thanks for listening to my review, and please subscribe.